was just good.
Oh, okay. Okay, so recap. Yep. So we traveled forth, and we had a look around the area of the of the treants, basically freeing some of the treants that were influenced by some kind of a hag-like creature. Like it seemed like a hag-like creature, but not the hag themselves. One of the hags themselves. And and after looking around, I forget who, but someone saw the squirrel Ratatosker, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Who was that? Was that
You all,
Gorm or
you all
huh?
saw him, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
I think he
Yep.
spoke. He
And
recognized form, but that's about the only thing there.
oh yeah, and Ratatosker was asking questions about the large wolf shepherd, and something about him made him worried that there were more like something about Shepherd's past and uh, something about being more cages. And Ratatosker seemed worried, and it seemed he went off to do something. Uh, and then, uh, like the reason for Ratatosker being here in this swamp was helping out Torg. But after hearing about Shepherd and stuff, was like procured to do something else. And then uh, later we saw this town filled with trollkins, and we decided to sneak within the town. And while sneaking, we saw a large was it a green dragon, a gargantuan green dragon?
Yeah.
Yep. And we also saw the infamous Malgrim. We we heard their conversation, and it seemed Malgrim was uh it seemed worried and scared, negotiating with his dragon about something. Uh, participate to participate in some kind of games, finding people of the sort to participate in some kind of game, and then later that is when uh I don't know I forget who, but someone revealed themselves, and then and then later Atrax revealed themselves, like angry at Malgrim for taking his wife and kid, and then a fight ensued, and and later we were able to prevail against Malgrim, uh, but in the end it seemed Malgrim and Atrax's wife Matra are they have like a basically a some kind of a physical mental connection where if you hurt Malgrim, she will also get hurt. That kind of a like magical connection. So if you hurt Malgrim, she also gets hurt. And I remember Svenja was doing something to Malgrim, and Malgrim seemed worried. And Atrax was also making some kind of prayer to Tyr, but did something to Matra, and that's where it ends.
Okay, so let me add to that, maybe Onyx, just for reference.
Go ahead.
Svenja, yeah, Svenja is possessed by a beast in a Valkyrie, and this Valkyrie lives in a different dimension, essentially in this dark place that's essentially just an endless pool of blood. And when we ended the game, she pulled Malgrim into that pool of blood for a bit of interrogation by the Valkyrie.
Ooh.
So that's the what happened. Why he was scared is that she enveloped him and pulled him into this other dimension.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's the context. Yes.
And sorry, I also just heard from Gorm he will be joining in a few. He's just on his way.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty much where we left things as Atrax's prayer to Tia seem to backfire somewhat, and you guys have just seen Matra fall unconscious into Atrax's arms, and because he's not here tonight, we're going to assume that he's looking after her during all of this, but
Okay.
he's purely focused on that. He's almost forgotten about you guys in this moment.
Yep.
However, Svenja, or you, it is a bit different. But as Svenja's kind of got her wings enveloping Malgrim, whose eyes have kind of rolled back, and you can see him now bleeding from the eyes, as he also seems to be kind of unconscious, like his mind is not even there. But what are the rest of you doing as all of this is happening?
Hmm.
I'll also put the rest of you down on in a second. Sorry.
Yeah.
Would Jormund could I make a check of some kind to see why the prayer caused this?
Yeah, you can make a religion or an arcana check.
Ooh,
Can Svenja assist with this? Was she essentially in the other dimension? Does she have awareness of both, or is she in the Valkyrie space?
Yeah, you do have awareness of both in this moment, but you are being like you're going to be paying attention much quicker to what's happening in that space, and you'll get a much better read on it. So we'll leave what you discover for the moment.
Yep.
Because you're going to get a pretty first-hand view. But Jormund, yeah, you can tell that whatever has just happened to Malgrim, it transferred to Matra, and you can tell that it is definitely some sort of curse. But as that happens, and you see her fall unconscious, you see something. It looks like the blood in Malgrim's veins, like he goes even paler than he was before, as the color just drains from him, and it seems like Atrax might have just cast a spell or something. But it definitely seems like he is being drained of blood from God knows where. It's almost impossible to tell what just happened in that moment because it didn't happen here.
Jormund will ask Svenja to release Malgrim. He's bound and not of any threat to us. We shouldn't cause any more trouble for Matra.
Yeah. And can I speak on what
Svenja will
Onyx will
just
do?
say, give us some. Sorry, Onyx. Bad lag here. You go.
Oh, go ahead.
If Svenja is able to respond to Jormund, she will say to him, "Give us a minute." Literally a minute.
Not sure you have a minute, but
Onyx, you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was stretching. Yeah.
You sounded like you wanted to say something. What was?
Oh,
Onyx?
yeah. I did. I didn't know if you were finished, but yeah. So for Onyx, can he check on Matra physically? Basically, what he wants to do is to make sure Matra stays conscious and alive, essentially.
Yeah, you can make a medicine check as you rush over there, and you can see she has fallen unconscious as that had happened, but she's in Atrax's arms.
Come on. Okay, yeah, just this isn't in the building, but yeah. So make a medicine check.
Yeah. Oh. That's
Okay. So medicine check. Let's go. Yeah. Oh crap. Damn it.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that she has fallen unconscious, and as you are checking her over, you can't see any signs of injury, or other than there's a cut on the palm of her hand that you saw Malcolm uh, give her as he cut his own palm. But you can see that there is blood running from her eyes, and other than that, you can see no more sign of any kind of curses that have been placed upon. It seems like that effect, you don't know where it came from. It may have ended. It's
Uh,
like it's clearly
nonetheless,
similar to
yeah,
Malcolm.
yeah. Well, nonetheless, I think for Onyx, he's gonna use his hand of healing. So basically, use a monk point to like basically restore hit points. Can you do that?
Yeah, you can do that. But
Yeah.
in this moment, you will not be able to bring her back to consciousness. It seems like.
Yeah, basically just restoring hit points, making sure she's still alive.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Okay, yep, 9 hit points healed to mentor.
Oh, whoops.
Oh no, 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 no! That was hand of harm, not hand of healing. No.
Just punch her by accident instead.
Yes, you definitely, as you do that, you will see that the wound on her hand closes, and the blood around her eyes seems to stop running as she she stays unconscious, but she definitely doesn't look like she's on the brink of death anymore.
Yeah. Oh, you got it.
Mikhail and Kamala, are you guys doing anything? As you can also see the hut that they've just walked into, the whole front wall has been ripped off by Yormund earlier. How was that go?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep. Gorman's here.
Mikhail's just kind of following along, just enjoying the vibes.
Mikhail, you will see in that cabin that they are standing in, you will see it is full of these glittering red crystals, much like the one that you guys saved Isolde from, that much like the ones that you carry your mounts in. But these are definitely, they're just like on every wall. You can see this whole place is filled with these little crystals, as they look like amulets.
Oh, that's cool. I'd like to take some of them, just a few.
Should probably take all of them because Atrax's son is in one of them, presumably.
Yeah, that's what Matra said.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, give us a minute.
What did I miss?
So they managed to take down Malgrim, and they've got him. Svenya's currently got him trapped in her other world, and the rest of them are looking after Atrax's wife, who they've just managed to save.
Svenja wants to make Malgrim an offer that he will not refuse eventually.
Oh God.
We're looking for like in one of the buildings, or it's loading.
Oh yeah, sorry. We're going to go over there to Svenja. As you say that, you have just seen Malgrim get impaled with blood on this bloody river as the Valkyrie is flying up above it. She seemed to be flying in towards Malgrim, um, who is now just encased in this blood. And as this has happened, you can see on the horizon a massive figure walking through the river of blood towards you as the Valkyrie kind of looks off to the side in horror as this has just all happened in this moment where Atrax made his prayer.
Okay, that is unexpected, but I guess what she would want to do in order of or in priority is to say to the Valkyrie, don't hurt him. And your big figure is kind of spoiling potentially the threat, but she'll say to Malgrim the following. By my reckoning, one day out there is like 20 years in here. You are Malgrim the possessor, not Malgrim the passive, Malgrim the sleeper. Imagine how bored you're going to be with nothing to do for years and years and years. And I will keep you here unless you release Matra and all of the other captives in your crystals. And there will be nothing for you to do. And then she'll sort of turn to the Valkyrie and whisper, "Who the fuck is that? What's going on there? Who's that coming here?" Well, so she wants Malgrim to think about the fact of being absolutely bored with nothing to do for centuries.
Yeah, he definitely hears that, and you can see him grimacing in pain as the blood that just impaled him seems to be running back down into the river, and he is just sort of standing on the surface. He seems quite groggy, but the Valkyrie will respond to you and just say, "It's him. It's Tyr. How did he find us?"
I am guessing this is not good. I know you hate him for not giving your reward to go to Valhalla when you died.
Again, Svenja, I'm not convinced this isn't Valhalla. But he is strayed from the divine path, is blinded by corruption and madness. We shouldn't stay here.
Okay, so on the upside, she's no longer impaled by the spear. She can move. That's good. Where and how? Okay, so hang on a second. She's thinking about what that ninja sorcerer said about you don't know what you have and don't unleash it.
Well,
Just
bear in mind
inside
that
me.
every time you've been using the Valkyrie, that's kind of been progressing towards you, like removing those spears, and
Yeah.
and she's been getting better and better every time you've done that. She seems to be gaining strength as well.
Yeah, she's worried about the research in the druids library that the beast can take over and possess someone. But Tyr is a real and current and present threat. So you said we must get out here. How does that work? Does that mean you come and stay inside me instead of this dimension? Or where do we go?
You see a sort of look on her face like she doesn't know where to go either. She says, I don't know, but perhaps there's something you can do from your side. If you're killed here, I don't know what would happen. He was an ally once in Asgard, but now he's become a pawn in a game he doesn't understand. Maybe I can reason with him. Maybe I can hold him off long enough.
Okay.
You are not bound to this place like I am. If either of us are to survive, I think you need to get out of here. And who is this guy? She now points to Malgrim, who's like trying to figure out what the hell has just happened, and is also looking up at Tyr with a look of terror on his face, but a strange smile as well.
Wait, he's got a strange smile, Malgrim? Terror and strange?
He's got this sort of grim, like, smile on his face that as he's looking up at Tyr.
like maniac kind of crazy smile.
Yep.
Yeah, wide eyes, just like looking like the Joker right now, but at the same time still like blood pouring from his eyes. It's quite a look.
Okay, so Svenja is going to nod and say to her, "Remember my blood vow." And so she's got these light scars on her body, if you remember from way back, and say, touch her forehead. I will apply my mind to finding your release. Under her eyes, I will see through trickery and illusion. Then from her breastbone up to her chin, I will speak truth from my lips and hold you dearly in my heart. Remember that bond. I will come for you if you call for me. And then she will essentially take Malcolm by the scruff of his neck like a naughty puppy and exit this plane. That feels like the right thing to do right now.
Okay. So yeah, she's going to give you a nod of respect as she spreads her wings and starts flying towards Tyr, like trying to block you from view as you and Malgrim plunge down through the blood and back into the reality you were in before.
Okay, so that was our, well, if a minute in there is about 5 days by my calculation, so this is almost seconds later. Like for you, it is almost like flicker out, flicker in. Flicker out, Svenja says, give us a minute, and shortly after that, she's back.
Okay, like
With-
1 or 2 seconds, he's back.
Yeah. I don't know if my 20 years for 1 day is correct, Evan. That was based on, she said 1,000 years, and that was probably about 50 days after we met her in the cave. So yeah, making a rough guess. Malcolm doesn't have to know the maths. He just has to be scared.
Yeah, it's hard to tell how long you've been on which side, but it would have only been a matter of seconds there. Your theory seems to be holding up so far.
Yep. So when she comes out there, can she wants to essentially intimidate Malcolm and or persuade him. Do I want to persuade him? Yes, she's going to try and use persuasion, rational arguments to say to him, you don't want to be there. This is more intimidation. You don't want to be there. I'm happy to take you back. Release all of these souls now. And she sort of gesture at all of the crystals and things.
Yeah, as his eyes sort of roll back into place, you hear him let out this like whimpering scream as he comes back and falls to onto the boards. And as you are saying this, he just lifts a hand as if to protect his face. He says, I can't. It is not within my power. I am a servant of the hags. Please, don't send me back there. What was that thing? And you just see he looks severely traumatized, and he is not grinning anymore, but is shaking violently.
Yeah, so Svenja has mastered a feral grin as part of her performances to the kids, and she will grin at him and say, that was me.
You can give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Ooh. Let's hope you don't roll low, like my roll of my medicine.
At 19. Yeah.
Yeah. uh, you hear some dripping into the water below him, but he says, I can take you to her. But the crystals, you will not find the boy there. He is with Greya. We do not keep the children here.
With that, Onyx, like, do we all hear this? Hear
Yeah,
Malcolm?
they're both back now, perfectly audible to all of you.
Okay.
Jorman stumbles over. He's like, how the fuck did he get the ropes off? I
Did he?
bound you. Well, I presume he was like he was because I did restrain him just with a rope, and then he went under your wings, and now he's back and apparently freed.
Yeah, I
He's just trying to wriggle with the rope. I don't know.
Svenja,
Weren't
that was
impressed.
good rope.
You owe him one more rope now.
Damn fucking right.
Okay. Well, yeah, rope. Okay, so Malgrim, your soul signature is known to me. I can go in there and find you anytime that I want to, no matter where you are. So you are going to help us. You are not going to run.
I will
And
not
if you
run.
do everything well, I will release your soul. Else,
I don't know what it is you brought in there, but I have no soul. I gave that to the hags a long time ago. Whatever that place is, that's not meant to be there.
Oh.
mhm, right. And you should think about the fact that you think the hags have your soul, and yet I have pulled you there.
Yeah,
So
with that,
think about where the powerful magic lies.
yeah, you seem seriously questioning his life choices as you say that, just scanning the ground.
You are also going to tell us what the dragon wants.
Yes, I am curious. What were you discussing with that dragon? Some kind of deal the hags need of dragon, but since the dragon is displeased,
Isn't he like
what's
right
that about?
there?
The dragon wants players for his games. What game?
Which game?
This is the same game that Thor spoke about, that the gods and the dragons have this every 4 years, essentially in the arena. Sounds like a gladiatorial game, and there's, I don't know if it's just ego or there's something bigger at stake on whose fighters win, but obviously everybody's trying to get the best fighters.
Well, I want to hear it from him.
Yeah, you can all give me a history check to see what you know about the Iranian games, because that would be pretty common knowledge. But yeah, he definitely.
Oh man, I don't know. Crap.
I don't want anyone to say anything that he can just go, yes, that's right. I want to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, you do see him look kind of confused when you ask about the games, and he says, want champions for the Iranian games. The dragons, we give them fighters, and they give us blood. I don't know much more about what happens at the amphitheater, but after what you just did, I'm sure he will be more interested than ever.
And where are these games? And when?
I do not involve myself in the arena, but you should ask him yourself, and you can see the dragon is still sitting there on the rooftops watching you guys, but he
Yeah.
seems to slowly be like moving as though he's about to get up, and you can see Melgrim now just like looking at you guys and then back at the dragon, just fearful in every direction.
Oh, looks like we have a dragon to console. I'll try my best.
Well, you were making all sorts of deals with him that Svenja wasn't entirely convinced that she's going to keep.
I wasn't making deals, I was advertising.
Okay. Good luck with that. What messages should I give to your family and loved ones when we get back?
Nothing. They'd know. The only thing I'd want you to know if I don't come back is remember my middle finger, and he gives you it.
How did Yorman die? By being himself.
Died as he lived.
Oh, so this is just good old childhood friends sparring stuff. Well,
No better way for a Viking to go out.
true that is. He bravely fought a dragon. You go have a chat with the dragon, and then after that, let's go see if we can get these hags.
I'm
Well,
just
before
going to
you
try.
Sorry, before you actually go and talk to him, there we'll resolve those history checks because Carmilla, you would know that there are arenas all over the world that are they have all kinds of challenges. Generally, the most powerful people in Arania control the arenas or are champions of the arena, and the less powerful are audience members at these places or just meat to be thrown in there for the slaughter. But the reason that there are so many games is because, or so many of these arenas, is because there is a massive tournament in the center of the world called the Iranian Games that decides which gods will sit on the throne of heaven. Svenja and Gorm, you guys know that the trials of Asgard, that the gods have been hinting that, well, not hinting so much, but saying that they want you to participate in, are the Mordian preliminary rounds of the Iranian Games. So the first rounds of the Iranian Games take place in all the different arenas around the world, and it is in the gods' best interest to get powerful champions because the mortals are fighting on their behalf. So in Mordia, those trials are called the Trials of Asgard, and it is the tests that the gods put mortals through to find their champions.
But I wonder what about like the dragon's stake in this?
Well, yeah, that unfortunately none of you rolled high enough to know.
Okay. So we have to ask him himself. Okay.
25 might have gotten it, but you might be able to ask him now, as Yulman seems to be heading that way. Is anyone
Yeah.
joining?
I am thinking it's worth using inspiration to re-roll that. Actually, can I do that for the 25? Let's have a go.
I mean, you're gonna talk with the dragon, so is it that necessary?
Depends on
You
whether
can
you
try as
think
you
the
see the
dragon
dragon
can tell you the truth.
approach. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Devin, you go. I was just being chirpy.
I was just saying you can try as you see the dragon approaching if you want to try and re-roll that, but yeah, it's a 25 is going to be the DC.
Fuck, I have to roll 18 to get that. Nah, we'll go with what we have.
Yeah. That's I was like, is that really worth it?
So Yormund, you see this massive green dragon, like big smile on his face for sure. Hard to tell with a lizard; they always kind of look like that, but you can hear the rumbling, chuckling that is coming from him as he walks forward. As he's walking towards that bridge. You and Shepard, what do you guys do?
Standing as we were standing when we first spoke. Just waiting for him to either come here or talk over there.
He kind of stands on the other side of the bridge and just towering over it. He says, "Well, you certainly are what Malcolm promised. Not sure he even knew how strong you are. You would make good champions in the arena."
It's a shame we aren't his to give.
And what is it then that you suggest? Because I have come here looking for fighters, and it is unlike me to leave empty-handed.
You don't have to leave empty-handed.
You can take Malgrim the possessor over there. He's no longer the possessor.
After that display, Why would I waste him? I want real fighters, ones who can hold their own and make us gods.
Bingo, and there it is.
This is a
Gods.
grand opportunity that I lie before you. You join my arena, prove your valor. Perhaps you can spare your beloved home from devastation. Refuse, well, that would be most unwise.
And your name?
I am Vergenoth, the Verdant Schemer, Dragon Lord of the Amphitheater. And you, little man?
I am Yormund. This is Shepard. And we are the children of Braudavik.
See its head kind of just tilt to one side as it rears up. You're not entirely sure. You can give me an insight check, but it either looks like that's the first time he's heard that or he recognizes the name. Yeah, you just see him kind of squinting down at you and like looking over at the rest of your party. You get the impression he's probably heard of you. You guys have been making a name for yourself around here.
As you might have heard, we fought a good few battles already, but we have many more ahead of us. With each we go stronger. And, well, if you're looking for great fighters we will be. But not yet.
No, you are far from ready for the Iranian Games. But it is training that I offer as well. There are many challenges to face up the amphitheater, and I am sure my brothers would be eager to meet such valiant warriors.
And that could be training we might partake in. However, are you from these lands?
No, I am from the great lands of Bazir. But I'm sure such uncultured folk as yourselves have never even heard of such a place.
Ooh. I wonder, can anyone make a check for that?
Oh, and I've read so many books. How have I not heard of
Yeah, you can make checks if you want.
Let's see. Would this be? This would be history. Let's roll.
God damn, I needed more than a 7.
Yeah, Yormund, you've never heard of Bazir. Sven,
Ah.
you know that Bazir is what you guys call Muspelheim.
Hmm.
You would
Will
also
she?
know that.
Yeah, she will kind of whisper that under her breath out. You know, almost like a Bazir. Oh, Mispelheim. Okay. She's taking a very observing and listening kind of approach here right now. Why
I've
would
heard.
my friend train with you? What makes you better than training with, for example, the gods? Thor, Odin.
The Asgardians have not had a decent champion in decades. I would think that you wouldn't even want to join them, surely. I mean, what can those foolish gods offer you? The Draconic Empire is far greater, and will be the victors at the next games. If we have strong fighters, that is.
Curious. And what would be the glories that you would bestow upon my friends if they led your team to victory?
To be champions of the arena is more of an honor than becoming a king. You would be demigods and have all the power you could ever desire. Riches, women, palaces as big as you can imagine. Whatever you desire would be yours. Not to mention the glory.
There is one thing apparently amiss to me. Why would you not look for champions in your own land? Are you exiled, or did you specifically
Ooh.
come here for fighters?
You can see he kind of like looks away for a second as you say, were you exiled? He says, my brothers and I have been here for a long time. Unfortunately, not all of them survived, but we have established an arena here and would like to make a name for ourselves outside of the Empire. Besides, the mortals there are all cavemen and fools that fight in marching shield flanks. Pointless. We need champions.
So what you're saying is they exactly like the uncultured Vikings who would not know where Bazir is.
No, I am talking of Bazirian mortals. They are useless. They use the phalanx, which, quite frankly, to a dragon, I'm sure you can imagine is laughable, much like your shield walls, but almost sillier.
Well, as you said, I know nothing about Bazir. Tell me, is it very far? Are we your neighbors? Neighbors over the next one? Or maybe the other side of the world?
Bazir
Huh?
is to the east, beyond the lands of Alsvat, and on the border of Mordir itself. Though mortals like you never make it past the borders. Trust me, there are bigger dragons than me up there.
Hmm.
How far west have you gone? Have you met the giants?
Yes, we met giants long ago, but we rid this land of their filth, and now the amphitheater belongs to us.
Interesting.
Good for you. Katya is no longer in the party.
You can all give me another history check if you want.
Oh God.
Who got the 17?
Yodamund.
Yeoman, you would remember speaking with the giants on your ship with Hurons, and that he was telling stories about fighting dragons in these areas like 100 years ago, and that he was telling stories about killing I think a red dragon he spoke about, um, but that there were a red and blue dragon went down, and he wasn't sure what happened to the rest of them.
Hmm.
And you now get the impression this may be one of those dragons.
Your amphitheater. Where is it exactly? And if we were to come, well, how would we ensure that you don't mistake us, you and your brothers, or I suppose just your brothers.
You see him grin again, and he says, "Our arena is located to the west of Proudvik, in the mountains. Well, to the southwest. I need to look at the map again myself. But in the mountains above the lizard folk villages, that is where we reside. If you cannot make it to the arena, then there is no use in you being there at all."
I wasn't worried about the travel there. I was worried about others of your kind not knowing us. But very well.
I will tell my brothers of your arrival, but we would not waste our time fighting such puny folk as yourselves. There would be no sport in it.
Well, I don't make much of a sport if a rat walks into my house, but to each their own. And when... Well, let's put it this way. We have affairs to sort. Let us just put in a time for when we will come. Shall we?
The games will open during the White Night. If you have not come to the arena by then, my brothers and I will come to Proudvik, and we will make sure that you regret your decision.
And when shall this white knight... Well, actually, before that, can I roll a history
You would-
check?
You don't need a history check. You would all know that twice a year there is what is called a white night, where there is no nighttime. It stays daytime for like an entire month. This happens twice a year, and that is when the Iranian Games happen, because that is when all the gods are looking on the world, when both suns are shining on the world.
Okay. And
I'll-
when would be, like, roughly, when's the next white night?
So it's I need to check that, but I think you've got like a month or two before then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to double check, but you've got a fair bit of time before then.
Yorman will
Yeah.
nod his head. We shall see you then.
Well, let's be clear about who we is here. What Svenja say, because I serve one of your enemies already,
Uh,
and you have
your-
not offered me compelling evidence to switch sides.
Yorman will, like, try and wave a hand down, like, please. Let's go.
Okay. Let's see if she understands what he's trying to do. She's not great with insight. Let's roll anyway. Okay. Kind of frowning at him, but okay, fair enough. I'm not in the mood to fight the. Oh, by the way,
Dragon does look at
can
you.
you help us with these tags?
Sorry,
Sorry?
say again.
Why don't you quickly help us with these hags, seeing as they are puny, and the sooner they are sorted, the sooner we can start our journey to the arena.
Help you with the hags. These hags have provided me with great fighters over the years and more than enough fodder. Why would I do anything against them?
Because you want us. Consider it an investment in the partnership. And besides, if they were such great fighters, you wouldn't need us because you would have already won. So Just throwing it out there. Cheeky 22-year-old Viking girl.
You see the dragon kind of turns its side to you and raises its wings, and it says, "I like you, girl. You will do well in the arena. I would not put so much faith in your gods, though. It will come back to bite you, I guarantee it. As for the hags, let us see how you deal with Drekna, and perhaps I will help you with the others." And he is going to start flapping his wings and raising into the air.
Okay, is this a dive for cover because of the downdraft of the wings type thing?
Yeah, you do see the swamp starts kind of moving with all of that as the trees start swaying, and as he looks up at you or looks down at you all, it'll spread its wings and just glide just overhead, like it's like a plane flying over you. As it flies low and through the jungle, you see it quite quite agile for such a massive creature. It is just flying through the jungle, as though the trees are not even impeding it. And you start to get the impression that this is why you've never seen this dragon flying through the sky, because it manages to sneak through the forest undetected.
All right. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh no, just
Hearing that conversation, I think you'll say, well, looks like we have our target, Dredna. So, Malgrin, what do you know of Dredna?
Yeah, he just shakes his head and he says, "She's more powerful than you could even imagine. Making a deal with that dragon is a mistake. You should make a deal with her. She could help you."
we have not made a deal with the dragon. We have agreed to see him once at least.
He will make good on his promise to destroy your home. Don't test him. Perhaps the hags can help you, like they helped me.
No.
Let him speak.
Okay. Whatever. I do not.
It's not
We
just
don't
dragon
have
blood
to
and
eat.
crystals. It's not just dragon blood and crystals that we trade here. The hags can grant you anything you desire, as though you had already won the Iranian Games. It would be foolish to lay your lives on the line to make a couple of gambling dragons gods, wouldn't it?
Godhood the hags can grant, is it? Is that why you are in our custody now?
No, it is the dragons that seek godhood. The only way to ascend to that is to have mortals fight on your behalf in the Iranian Games. You could be granted demigodhood, I suppose, but really, what does that even mean? The hags could grant you all the power you desire, if you're willing to trade for it.
Considering the many, although the few victims we've met of the hag dealings, I do not trust dealings with the hags rather than business dealings with the dragon.
We don't have to heed his advice. The more we know, the better, but we made the choices.
Yeah, so Svenja is still in the mood to scare him a bit, so she'll point to Camilla's dragons and say, "That wasn't the first dragon we came across. Look there. Camilla, your daggers were made out of the first dragon's teeth or something, weren't they?"
Don't think so.
No? Oh, okay. We made something out of that dragon tooth, didn't we? Okay.
I think, isn't
So that
Mikhail's
fails.
sword? Yeah, Mikhail, didn't you make something with the dragon, some dragon bits?
The shield was made with dragon bits. I forget
The
what.
shield.
Yeah, I forgot what.
Oh
type
yeah,
of
that,
dragon, but yeah.
and that you specifically had like the heraldry of Bradovic on that. So pretty good calling card. That.
Okay, so Milgram has a view about the hags. The dragon has a view about the hags.
Sorry,
And
guys. I'll be
one
right.
thing better,
I'll leave you to
one thing
discuss.
better than dead hags is dead hags and dead dragons. Okay, Dave, you up. We lost Devon for power failure or something.
Oh.
he said he'd
No, he's supposed to. I assume he's supposed to have power.
He just said
Yeah,
maybe.
will come on stream in about 15 minutes or so.
What happened?
We may have lost Devon. He's at the moment under load shedding, and his battery may have run out.
He
Oh dear.
he said just a minute ago to just give him a sec, and we should just discuss
Okay.
in the party.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm back.
Hey, back.
What do we do?
I'm not sure. I just went for a piss. Guys, are we going for the hug?
Yeah.
Oh,
give it
yes.
5 minutes.
Cool.
Yes. Like we've seen the although the few victims of the hag dealings, I do not want to make any dealings to hags. Plus we did promise to help Torg to end the influence of the hags.
Yeah, I did want to ask since I did miss a little bit. The gems you talked about. There were a lot of them here.
Yeah, there's a whole hut full of those red crystals, and you know that those were containing. It seems like they're selling people in those crystals.
No. Okay.
Well, I'm not fond of even seeing hags in the first place, but let's hope they don't immediately try and kill us.
Well, we still have Torg by our sides to call on his assistance when the time is needed.
Hags are tricky. You have to expect the worst and expect the worst unexpected.
Yep. So, wait, quick allocator. So before we go any further, I'm going to use the healing. So right now I see like Carmilla, Svenja, and myself are injured. So, Svenja, like how many hit die do you have?
Lots and lots.
Oh, you have everything?
Yeah, she's on 38 out of 39.
No, I meant hit die.
Hit die 6.
Oh, okay. Oh wait. You only have like one less hit point then.
Yeah, she was
Or-
using temporary HP for most of the fight.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, gotcha. Carmilla, how many hit die do you have?
22.
No, not hit points. Hit die. The dice you roll for a short rest.
We use those?
Did you use everything?
No, I'm asking, like, we use those?
Did have a short rest, yeah. After the tree ends, everyone managed to get a short rest in. So if you guys weren't here for that, then yeah, you can take it from Bruce.
Yeah, I'm asking like how many hit die do you have?
I have them
Okay,
all.
actually, I've used one.
Oh, okay. So if you use one, that means okay, yeah, 5 plus. So I heal 1d6 plus 9. Okay, you heal 11 hit points, and then for myself, I use 4 out of the 6. So I do 1d6 plus 6 for me. This is for me. Oh, 12. So I heal Carmilla 11, and Onyx gets 12 hit points back.
Ah.
Okay, and then marking off the uses I have for my healer kit. Okay, done.
Shepherds have been hurt.
I'm thinking of so. How are we in terms of spell slots and things? I think I'm pretty down actually.
You guys
no,
use too much spell slots.
No, I actually it turns out I have more left than I've used up. That's good. Are we ready and able to go and fight a hag?
Yeah, Malcolm, like chuckling, he says, "We won't stand a chance."
Margrim, you want to go back to the Bloody River place?
No, I'm sorry.
Hey, Malgrim.
Okay. Then how do we beat the hags? Where is their weak spot? Where do they save their crystal where they store their lives in?
The Coven stronghold is far from here. This is just a trading post for them. Drekna rules this one. I can tell you that.
Trading.
Yes. We do not trade in coin, but that is why we are here. I'm a mere trader. He like starts trying to reel it back, but you can see this is a place where they do the bargains with the hags.
What exactly do they trade again?
Oh, there are many things. Your greatest desires.
Anything material?
There's so many material things. What is it that you want? And I'm also just out of character. I'm just looking up the inventory. They literally, there's a way to. There are like actual items that you can trade. But you would trade, as he says, not in coins, but in deals.
If we can just keep it to items, maybe we can get a Traxxas Sun with no strings attached. Much less taxing than a fight.
Yeah, I think ridding this particular part of the world of our domain of the hags is a fun thing to do and possibly even good.
Yeah.
I
Plus,
don't
we
think we're
promised
at a
we
stage.
did. Plus, we did promise Tor to help with the hags. Did we not?
Are we in a state to do it right now?
So 3 hags together would be formidable. 1 hag on her own, maybe not so much.
Yes, we also have Torque. We can call Torque for help. That we also have in our pocket.
Alright, here goes nothing.
And besides, I mean, we're still hungry. I'm assuming that capturing Malgrim hasn't the hunger is not Malgrim's doing; it's the hags doing.
Yeah, that seems to be an effect of the swamp itself. Whether that's because of the hag's influence or not is sort of up to, it's debatable. But it definitely doesn't seem like it's him doing it. It's just the swamp itself. But you would also know that the swamp once you returned Torque to it, he started like reclaiming the swamp. It seems like without him here, some dark presence has taken over, and yeah, you can assume that that is the hags, unless they've got some sort of dark dog.
I'm seeing a Red Spider-Man, Black Star Spider-Man storyline emerging. Yormund, you don't seem to be keen to go after the hags. Or the first one, Draknar. What do the rest of you think?
We can fight if we think we can take them. I'm just saying, we can always kill them another time. But I don't think we should leave without Atrax's son.
Yes, that is true. We need to help Atrax and son. It is. Man, it is troubling. We don't know if killing his hags will free them, but it's a headache.
Well, I
There
guess
are
we
no
can always
children.
summon the hag, and if we don't like the bargain, attack her then. Or do the bargain, get Atrax's son, and attack her anyway.
Malgrim? What was that?
There are no children here. Rhea takes the young ones, and she is far from here.
Point out on this little map for us where she is, Malgrim. Please.
He will point like a shaking hand, the one that he'd freed. He'll point into the forests to the north.
Is he lying through his rotten little teeth? Let's do an insight thingy there. Not
Yeah, I'll do it insight.
Ah,
Oh
good
dear.
for me. I fully believe him.
Yeah, I mean this guy, he doesn't seem dumb enough to lie to you after the what you've done to him so far. But
yeah.
it's like a tricky son of a bitch.
So right now he's pointing to forest north. Like, is it the same forest with some trees surrounding a hut in a circle?
You can't. The hut is not marked, but he is implying that there would be a hag's hut there. I will
Okay.
move us to that map to show you where he's pointing.
Okay. Oh, big map.
Yep. Somewhere.
Holy crap.
Oh shit, I didn't actually mark it on this one. So he points up to where you have got the hangman's tree. He points like to these forests over here. He seems
Okay.
pointing
Bloody
there.
hell.
Okay, got it.
But he says that this whole area is their domain. They are more like me. They will send the Shadow Claw after you. Keep me alive, and I will make sure that they don't.
I thought you're not alive. But yes, we can keep you not dead for a bit.
That's a long ways away. Suppose we can then head back to the ship, take a long rest, then go
but-
down there.
No,
I
but
don't
that's
think
it.
I don't think we should kill the hag here first if we're gonna go up all the way there, otherwise they are going to know we are hostile.
While at the same time, resting here is risky. You all have felt the effects, yeah. So that
Rest back
that
to
hunger.
back on the boat. I think we're fine there, aren't we?
But
Yeah, where you
Like
docked the
we-
boat was where you first took that rest and felt those effects.
yeah,
That's where that waypoint is over there, where the ship is now.
yes.
Uh,
I assume that if we at least take down one of the hags, maybe this effect will weaken or cease.
Malcolm, suppose this hag were to die. What happens?
It's not the hag that does it. Well, not directly. It is her beast. It has become entwined with the swamp. It makes you feed until you are fat enough to be eaten.
But if she dies, it leaves anyway, does it?
I would not care to see what it does if she were dead. She keeps it under control.
Hmm. Do you know what the species is, or no? It's just something dangerous.
They call it the Thornblood. I have never seen something so terrifying. Not even that dragon. It is the king of
Okay.
this swamp. You would be wise not to provoke it.
If we sailed further upriver, would we be free of its effects?
It is only the reclamation marsh that it controls.
Then I think we should head back to the boat.
All right.
Yep. The more I'm hearing, the more that a bit of research and a small war party with the druids and the dragon pixies to come and take out the king of the swamp might be an excursion that we could plan.
Okay. Yes, that
What do you
does sound reasonable.
Mini combat.
In agreement,
Mini
then.
war. Okay, well, now what I think we should do is, as Yormund has started doing, let's take all of the stock here with us, because that gives us bargaining chips with the other hag. We've got all of the work that you have done. And we can then decide if we want to trade that for Atrix's son, which feels a little bit evil-ish. But if we want a non-violent way to get his son back first, that might be the thing we need to do.
That's possibly dangerous.
Yes.
The hag will probably know that in some way or another belongs to them, so they'll see it as we stole it, and they'll fight us anyway. Maybe
We'll take
keep it
ransom.
for if we try to ransom them, they might pay what we want, but they will come for us after.
Yeah.
I mean, as your political strategic war advisor, I would say that they already know that we are enemies. Look at this place. We've destroyed half of the thing. Their key trader is a pissing himself wet rat thing. So they will know that we have been here.
Yes.
Unless
And
we
if we
take
show
Malcolm
up,
with us, we'll kill him. But yeah.
well, suppose this. Someone you hate, someone who's killed some of your kind a bit up the road, comes to you and says they want to trade. You might not necessarily want to, you might hate them, but you know what? Trade is trade. Might be good. Then they offer you something you already own. They're ransoming you. If you think you can fight them, you'll fight them right then and there. If not, you'll pay your ransom try to take their head as they leave. That's how I see it.
Okay, so I'm a bit at a loss here then now, Norman, because your new green master had said if we deal with this local swamp hag, Drakna, he will help us with the others. We are now not sure we want them to know that we are enemies, but they probably will know that anyway.
Not that we're not enemies,
So-
but that we are coming to fight.
Yes.
Because if they know we're coming to fight, they will try to fight us the whole way up. We won't be able to just waltz in.
Hmm.
Well, let's simplify. Do we want to trust the Green Dragon, kill this hag here, and then hope he deals with the other hags? Or do we want to take matters in our own hands, go to the other hag, get Atrax's son? We can figure out the how later, as we go. But which one do we
Yeah.
want to do? I don't trust the Green Dragon, so I'd rather take it in our own hands. But if you think he'll help us, we could kill this hag.
Yeah. I find, well, personally, I find the hags more sinister than the dragon.
So,
So, opinions from other.
Simple.
well, yes, those are
Somebody-
those are two courses of action.
Simple. We go get the sun, and then we deal with the hacks.
So you're a fan of the latter option.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone else?
Yeah, let's go with the second one.
Yeah. So, so out of character. So the plan is, like wonder what's where Atrax's son is. Then after seeing it, we fight the hag, and then take whatever form the son is in, and try to figure out how to free him, or something like that.
Something. Specifics of it, figure out as we go, but just for right now, the plan is we go back to the boat, have a long rest somewhere along the way, and ignore this hag here, exclude the fuck!
Green
Don't
dragon.
fuck the dragon.
And then we'll see.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the boat.
Uh,
so Svenja is
like,
looking very unhappy with this, but she will eventually agree. So agree or
Okay.
disagree, committed. But as long as
Okay.
we then go past Torg and tell him why we are not keeping the promise we made him right now, that we will be back.
There was no
And
time
she
limit on the promise.
Yeah, she feels it's useful, and she's actually entirely happy with just flying down with Nightwing and telling him whilst you guys travel to the boat, because that
Yeah.
she can move faster.
Very well.
Yeah.
Remember,
Oh,
Svenja, we are not gods. There's only so much we can do in a day.
yeah. One thing for sure is that we helped out. Torg was very grateful, along with the Dryad, that they were grateful enough that Torg is here, regaining his strength. So, uh, that is enough. Like there's no time limit, but one thing for sure that we do want to help Torg with this hag problem, with the influence of the swamp.
Mm-hmm. So, everybody happy with that?
Yeah.
Yes. So, so out of character, it's known that if we sail like up further north,
We
like it
would
is,
go hungry.
yeah.
That's what Malgrim told us.
Okay, gotcha. And out of character, how you guys are on spell slots, or like, are you guys? Is that why you're asking for a long rest? You guys don't have like a lot of spell slots left.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any left.
You have
Oh,
any
okay, gotcha.
general?
Well,
Okay,
still
got
accurate.
okay, gotcha. I understand now. Since I'm a non-spellcaster, all I need is a short rest, and I'll do fine. But but you guys, spellcasters, you need some
Yeah.
long rest to regain your magical energy.
I'm not a spellcaster either. I'm just worried that some of us might be down a few.
Ah, okay.
Alright, let's go then.
Okay.
We'll come back for this hag another time.
Yep. So
what shall we do
so-
with our little pet over here?
Malgrim?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's meant to keep us safe on the journey up.
yeah. Plus, he's still connected with
Matra.
Atrax. Yeah, Maltra. Yeah. So
Is he
so
though?
we have so there's another reason for keeping him safe. So Malgrim shouldn't have to worry.
Sorry?
Is
Sorry?
he actually still connected?
Is he actually still...
Yeah, so Malgrim, are you still connected to Matra? What did you use to connect? What spell is this? What magic is this? Ask him and see if he responds.
Dev? Uh-oh.
His power should be back on by now.
Hurts a bit of that. Not... Sorry, say again?
Can you guys hear me? Hello?
Oh, now I
There
can.
we go. Now we can.
Oh, okay. Don't know what happened there.
Yep. So the question with Valgan, are they still connected?
Yeah, so I was saying, Svenja, you can make an Arcana check as you ask that with advantage, because as you're asking him, he definitely seems to be like nodding that they are connected.
Okay, let's see what that comes out as. 21.
Svenja, you can tell that the curse that he put on her only lasted about a minute. He's kind of been bluffing since then, but it seems like it probably wore off as soon as she collapsed.
Oh, okay. Okay. And right now, did we also take the soul crystals around here?
I thought Yorman said we should leave them so we don't create suspicion.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'm open to alternate suggestions there. I'm not particularly happy with that, but yes, the subterfuge must maybe be the thing here. So, Malgrim, darling, you're coming with us.
Yep. Plus, even if it once it comes to dealing with the hags, we can always come back and check. Like if we find some way to revert these poor souls back, like Atrax's son.
Yeah, so given that he is a spellcaster, we shall probably bind his hands and cut off a bit of his piss-soaked pants and gag him with it so he can't speak and can't move. Can't cast spells, basically. Is he actually a spellcaster, or is this is some other innate powers that he's using?
It seems like it's probably powers that he got from the hags.
Still, he did cast some kind of magic. So
Yeah, it's definitely a spellcaster.
yeah.
But the whole like becoming a ghost thing, that seems to be. He said he sold his soul to the hags. It seems for this specific kind of undeath that he has. But you seem to have found his real body at this point. Like it seems like he was projecting his spirit, and once you beat him, it returned to his real body, which you've got now.
Yeah, still prevent him from casting spells and remind him. Well, he has the choice. He can either stay in this body, or he can go and wait with the Valkyrie, whilst you guys take him to the ship and I go and talk to Torg. The idea of binding him and having Nightwing just carry him in her claws all along, so that he can see but not scream, is tempting. But she's maybe not that cruel right now.
Also, how is Nightwing doing? She went down in the last battle. I can't remember the mechanics. We said how long it takes them to heal.
I don't know if we had defined that, but Svenja can heal her when she gets summoned back, if that's what's needed.
Yeah, I mean, she has been in the crystal for a bit. She may have gotten a little bit of hit points back, but she's probably not fully healed yet. You may have to do that, but yeah.
Well, let's use a spell slot and just cast the healing word at level 2. So let's see how much we get for her. Fuck, shitty roll. 9 points back. That's enough for flying. So we will see you back at the ship unless something interesting happens while we are traveling there.
Yeah. Yep. Plus something about like telling Torg about our current plan right now.
Yep, definitely have to communicate.
Okay. So which way are you guys heading? You can see that down below there are a couple of trollkin that are kind of watching from over there, but none of them seem to be getting involved. Although you have got you've got a bit of an audience that is trying to keep an eye.
Yeah, they know about us. They saw what we were capable of, so they're like, "Oh, okay, we're not effing with that."
Well, also no fighting in the village, so they're clearly more scared of the hag.
Whatever the case, they're not fighting, so I don't see a reason to do ourselves back the way we came, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, just to be clear, what are you doing with Malgrim? Are you putting him on night?
Just carrying him along, I suppose.
Yeah, I can't imagine like tying him up, restrained, mouth guide, kind of like carrying him, kind of like a backpack over our shoulder, back to back.
Okay, yeah.
But walking as a group, I can imagine like he's in the middle, so some people can watch him in the back, make sure he's not doing anything.
Also, is everyone heading back towards the boat then, the way you came?
Yes, it seems like it, and like kind of like also making a quick pit stop at where Torg is to tell him of our current plans.
Is Torg actually on the way back to the ship? It's a slight detour. We may as well just all go.
Yeah, he's in the reclamation marsh, which is just down below. just slightly down below.
Yeah, that's where you left your rowboat. Is you if you're going to take the river back towards Torg, where you kind of where you got onto the river there. Oh no, you sailed all the way through. Yeah, so you would sail right back through where you left Torg.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so as everyone makes their way back, I would like our navigator to please give me a survival check, whoever that may be.
Oh yeah, that will be Onyx. Yep. Onyx survivor. Hiya! That is a good old 16.
Okay, it has now gotten dark, as it is about 9:30 at night by the time you are getting back to the boats. Or no, sorry, it's about 8:30 by the time you get back to the boats, and it takes you another hour to sail back towards where Torg was. But you do manage to do so successfully. However, it is slow going. You keep bumping into roots and things. It is very hard to see out here. But with your dark vision, you manage to guide the party fairly well, and
Alright.
you make your way back to the marsh. Get that map for you now, but you can see as you're approaching it, you sort of see the clearing open up in the swamp, and you can see Torg up above, just even bigger than when you saw him before. Seems to just be gaining more and more power.
Yeah.
What is he eating?
Yeah. I'm curious. I wonder, as we're getting close, like kind of like on the river, does like do we notice like the difference in like not only torque size, but somewhat the influence of them are basically the travel getting somewhat easier
Yeah.
through going through the reclamation marsh on our rowboat.
It's not quite getting easier, but you will notice that the mists are lifting, and there is, as you're getting closer to where Torg is, you feel that hunger pain in your stomach starting to subside slightly. Like it does feel like you are moving out of that bad influence as you're getting closer to Torg.
Okay, gotcha.
But it definitely still feels like that presence is overwhelming the forest, and that Torg is just creating a small sort of relief from that.
Right.
Okay, I mean, yeah, I'll get the map on now, but you guys are able to sail back there. So, what are you doing as you approach this Torg kaiju that is busy just growing and connecting with the forest?
Was it Svenja who wanted to like report on torque? Or
Yep.
yep, yeah.
Yep. So I guess as we approach, I don't ever use this seance of the Valkyrie cantrip, so she will use that cantrip to make her voice sound louder. And try and get his attention with a little bit of a rumble of thunder, and then Torg, we're back. We need to travel first to the other hag to save the family of Atrax, and she'll point to Atrax and holding Matra in the boat, presumably. This does not mean we're not going to keep our promise. We will come back. We will cleanse this forest with you.
You see him slowly twist towards you, and a massive hand raise up in front of him and clench into a fist as you hear this rumbling voice through the forest that seems to echo from the trees around you that just says, "Or fool." And he seems like he's just giving like a fist bump, but like he's like bumping his fist, He definitely seems like he's agreeing with what you are saying.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Also, should we just tell Torg about the thorn thing beast, about the hag?
Yeah. Maybe we can ask about that end. The Dryad as well. If the Dryad is there.
Yep, that might be a good idea. Tell him about the thorn blood. This understand
Yeah.
it's not the hag, it's this creature, and if the hag is no longer controlling it, it might get worse. So hey, you guys can do some research while we're gone. We'll see what we
yeah.
can find out from
Yeah,
the
or
druids.
maybe Torg knows about this creature, and maybe this creature got corrupted by the hag. Like, yeah, so let's tell him about it.
Well, I just
Yeah.
asked you to tell him about it because I have no idea what the fuck it is.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, as you explain what you know, Torg will look back in the direction that you came from, and sort of towards the Whispering Glade. And he'll take that fist and just smash it into the palm of his hand, as you see a look of anger spread across his face. But he just nods, like he's getting ready for that kaiju fight. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, he's definitely it. It seems like he's looking in the direction that you just came from, so he can probably feel whatever that thing is.
Okay, like basically he's ready to purge it when the time comes.
I wonder
Yeah.
if
Ready for a fight.
Torg deals a killing blow to the hag. Maybe he'll inherit the beast.
I'm sure, but
We'll
we'll see. Yeah.
Till next time, Torg.
So is there anyone not on the map? I just realized.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, Jormund.
Oh.
Although probably just it's fine. He's just standing behind.
And can you see it?
Oh yeah, we can
Oh,
see.
yeah.
The
Yeah. You can see Torg, big guy.
Okay, so if we're done here, might be worth flying all the way up and giving him a little kiss on the cheek and then bugger off to the boat.
Yep.
Yeah, he'll reach up and just a vine will reach up and wrap around the top of your head, Svenja, as he just creates a little flower circlet around your helmet.
That's nice because yes, she has some conflict about the idea that it is tier, and that's not sitting all that comfortable right now. But thank you.
Cool. So with that, are you heading back to the longship?
Yep, Isabel is still
Yeah.
there, right? The woman we rescued.
yeah,
With the
the
giant.
right.
Well,
Yeah, the ice giant and the woman we suit. Yeah, Isadora, that's her name.
okay, so yeah, by the time you get back through the swamp, it does seem easier on the way back than it was on the way there, thanks to Torg's presence. But you will, just after midnight, return to the boat where you can see the giant sort of stumped
Oop,
over,
I didn't mean to roll that.
and you can see Isolde sitting there, and she looks gaunt and pale. She looks like sickly, like she hasn't eaten in months. And you can quite clearly see as you arrive back to the ship that all of your rations, like all of the crates and things, are sitting open. They have all been eaten. I mean, they
Oh,
pretty much were, like, by you guys, but you can see that by the time you get back, all the rations are gone.
Oh damn. Oh damn, we're gonna roll in like 1 to 2 days. Damn it.
Well, I suppose once we get out of the marsh, we could probably do some hunting.
How many
Or just
days sailing
fishing
was
on
it
the
back
ship.
to Broderick?
Where are we sailing to Broderick? Are we going group of the
Hang
giant?
on, we're going. Oh, that's right. We're going north.
Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah, when we go north, like right now the influence should not be there. The influence of hunger shouldn't be there, but oh boy, the
Yeah, you are still,
aggression. So
you
so
are
right now
still
our
in the influence. Yeah, just by the way, you are still this is kind of where you got into that point of the swamp, but it seems that that effect you saw the deer right down on the coast, so it seems to be this whole swamp.
Hmm.
how's our giant friend, ice giant friend?
Hungry. Was worried you weren't coming back. Thought I might have to walk this ship over to Browder myself. Everything all right? As Atrax and his wife board the ship, he'll kind of congratulate them, as it seems at least something was successful.
Yes. Yes. Right now we have returned Torg back in. It seemed he is a guardian of this swamp, and he's like basically he has grown quite in size. Like I wonder, did Torg grow as big as the giant, or is he larger than the giant?
He's probably bigger than the giant at this point.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Onyx actually mentioned that out of how he grew to strength, and now he's larger than the giant, actually.
What?
And
A little tree man.
yes.
Oh my god. Well, I hope to see him again someday. That would be a sight to see.
How are the
We will-
supplies? So, like both in character and out of character, like are they? Is everything gone?
All the food is gone.
All of-
They seem to have eaten it all while you've been away.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Okay. Well, good thing I got like some leftovers, and I was doing well to resist the effects.
Let's get out of the marsh so we can do some hunting.
Yes.
So yeah, your original plan was you were potentially going to go down to the obelisk or head back out to sea, but are you now planning on sailing north, or you resting
Yeah.
here first? What?
I say, I wonder, do you guys want to head up north? Like, you guys don't want to be at risk of the effects. Plus, we do have to like resupply on stuff. Whatever is out here.
I don't think we have terrific amount of choice anyhow. I think it's worth heading up north to try and get Atrax the Sun.
Yes.
It might not even have to be a massive deal. Maybe there's a simple trade we can do. Some items for his son.
That's. I'll be pretty honest.
No soul
knowing-
trades, no deals,
Yeah.
just items.
Well, gotta be honest. Knowing the nature of hags, It's gonna be quite a big price. I don't think. Well, I don't think it's likely we'll have to make a deal with them. But mm,
Well, we'll see. Either way, I think it's worth trying.
okay. True. All right. So
Well, actually,
the
we have Malgrim. We will be able to hunt if we go further up north, won't we?
anyway, but okay. So out of character. So what's the plan? Are we gonna long rest and then sail?
I'd say sail a bit first, just to get completely clear of the swamp.
Okay. Yeah.
You
What's
haven't
I'm gonna
done a lot today, so you would be risking exhaustion if you set sail immediately. But I mean, it's yeah, sleeping here doesn't seem like a great idea either. So
Mhm.
Yeah, we will
What?
take the exhaustion chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you gotta take a long rest or a risk exhaustion.
I think we can risk exhaustion and then
Okay.
take a long rest immediately after, because it'll just
Yeah.
counteract, won't it?
Yeah, that's true. Yep, and also
We can bear to be exhausted for a few hours.
Yep.
right. DM, you there?
yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so our plan is sailing north, risking exhaustion.
Yep.
Okay.
Where did Malcolm say the hut was?
North above the hangman's, like somewhere around here
Okay.
or there. Yeah, so like above Hangman Street. So I guess assuming we're like sailing through the Hangman Street.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys are setting sail, you can whoever's piloting the ship you guys can make your expedition checks as yeah, I mean, I was I was speeding things up through the last part, but now you are heading into uncharted territory. So you guys have got to tell me what it is you're specifically trying to do. Which river are you trying to take? Which you said north, but there's like 3 different branches of the river.
Oh yeah, north. Wait, no. Right is east, northeast. Like the right path, and then
Are you
the
trying
right
to
path
go
again.
to the hags? Are you trying to go to the hangman's tree? You're going to the hag.
Yep. Will the ship be able to get up there? Was that river too small and narrow?
Yeah, you can probably get up there on the ship. It'll be tight, but you can. Most of the rivers that you can clearly see are longship worthy.
All right.
Yep. And then let's stop for a rest once we get maybe here,
Yeah.
just to be clear.
Yeah, just traveling a short distance up northeast.
Okay, so where was our expedition stuff again? In which?
So the navigator can make a survival check, and you can add your proficiency with the specific tools. Like if you have proficiency with vehicles, got your lookouts, you've got it should be in the journal section.
Yep. Expedition rules. Yorman is
Yay.
gonna try spearfishing with his halberd. If there is any fish.
Yeah, you
So
can try.
Svenja will be doing a lot of her storytelling and stuff to try and help them avoid exhaustion.
All right. The ship daily routine. Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
Okay. Who does? Who does?
And then, yeah, everyone can give me a con save to avoid the exhaustion, but because of Svenja, you will have advantage. Oh no, wait, you've got to. Sorry, I thought that was Svenja's roll. Yormund, you're finding a lot of sick fish as you're moving along. It still seems like you're not far enough out of the swamp, but as you start getting to the open river mouth,
Crap.
you will catch your first fresh fish. You manage to find one salmon.
Nice.
But Svenja, you can give me the performance check.
Okay. Oh yeah, con saving throw.
Not your day, Yorman.
No.
Yeah.
Yay. 21.
Okay, with the 21, you'll all get advantage on your con save. So, I mean, Onyx and Mikil, you're all good.
I'll take it.
Okay, so Svenja was a 17 that she rolled earlier. I'm just going to go with that.
Okay, and Kamada, you're gonna. Oh, that was already with advantage.
Yep.
Okay,
And
cool. Yeah. So, thanks to Svenja's ability to keep up morale, you guys managed to avoid taking any exhaustion as you row a bit further upriver, and
yeah.
yeah,
And
you were not doing too bad.
oh yeah, and actually, I have a background as Outlander, and there's actually a feature. It says wander. It's the wanderer. It says so like in excellent memory for maps geography, recall terrain. In addition, you can find food and fresh water for yourselves up and 5 other people each day, provided the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you are. How do you want to do that? Because it's all good and well having a feature, but you need to actually role play it.
Okay.
But we can't just.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can imagine. While rowing, Onyx will keep an eye out for both any fish, but perhaps maybe through rowing, try to look for keep an eye out for any like fish or berries or maybe even birds in the sky to shoot down.
Okay, yeah. So with your being the lookout, you'll be able to point out some good fishing spots for Yormund as well as his spearfishing, and with your help, you guys managed to catch enough fish here for
It's
at
up to
least
5.
a meal.
Yeah, for 5 people. Up to 5 people, it says.
Okay, yeah. So you'll catch 5 decently sized salmon. Yeah.
Right. And also I got like some spare rations for both our like the Isolda, the person we saved, and the giant. So I'll remove like 2 rations from my own thing. So inventory rations. Okay, yep. Decrease 2. There you go.
Yeah, it's about 3 in the morning. You can see that you have finally made it out of the the swamp lands, and you have now got a decent little place here to rest as that feeling of hunger dissipates. I don't know if Gorm's cooking those fish up in any special way, or if you guys are doing anything like that. But are you guys hunkering down for a long rest?
Yeah, so I think just for the record, somewhere during the night when 10 or 15 minutes quiet time, Svenja will try and reach in towards the Valkyrie, but we can do that in chat outside of the game.
What is the time? Just remind me, did we agree it ending at 11 or past?
We can go to half past, or
Or we could end early if you don't have anything prepared.
No, I do. I'm just asking because it's 2:45. I just want to know. I can't remember if we said 11 last week or half past.
yeah, so half past I think was my proposed hard stop for me. Although
Can
soft
take a
stop, half past is for me the
stop
target.
here. It's the goodest place.
Okay,
for you to
yeah.
stop.
That's. Sorry, you were saying. Go?
It's a fairly good place to stop. If you're asking me.
Sure. So, do like last bit of roleplay for next 10 minutes then.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can carry on and do whatever you want. It's not. The world is open. You don't have to stick to that line. That's just the plan.
All right.
I'm happy to continue. I'm happy to continue.
Well, yeah. I mean, you guys are. We can do the long rest as you guys are sitting down. Maybe you guys are making some food. Maybe you're taking watch. We can go through those kinds of things as everyone finally gets a rest after the battle with the hags, and Atrax is reuniting with his wife. Isolde seems very pleased to be getting away from the swamp, and the giant is a little bit confused as to why you're heading north.
Right. Sorry, what was the giant's name?
Hjorund.
We forgot to tell you. Atrax's son is in the hands of a hag that's up north. That's where we're going now.
Very well.
And remember when we were talking about dragons here?
Yes. Did you find some of their bones? I think it was near here that we once fought.
Well, yep, we found some of the bones, but it was still encased inside of a dragon.
Yep. Verdant, the Verdant scheme, well, Verdoth, the Verdant schemer. The green dragon.
So you said virgin. I was very confused.
Verdan.
Next.
That's impossible. My kin should have driven them out ages ago.
He's not from here, right?
No, well, I don't think any of the dragons are from here. Came from Bazir, but it's strange. I asked him if he was exiled or something else, and he winced at that notion. But he also said that was him and his brothers that came. And there are still some more of them. At least that's what he said.
He must be lying. If Verdaloth is still alive, then I imagine he must be the last. They would have failed and been exiled. It would make sense. They were supposed to claim this land for the dragons, and the giants fought them off. It seems man was left in between.
Hmm.
But I assure you, I killed at least one of his brothers, and I'm pretty sure I saw another one go down. There were only 5 of them to begin with. There's no chance they all survived.
Was it by chance a red and blue dragon?
We killed the red and blue. I killed the red one myself.
Hmm. You mentioned that. I think.
I was unfortunately not able to defeat the black dragon that was with them. That, I believe, is the last thing I saw, at least as far as I can remember.
The dragons have opened a sort of arena of their own in the east, beyond the mountains.
So, quite a long time ago, we fought a blue dragon, but a young one, in a cave. And it seemed to have had issues with its father. So, is there a chance that the dragons have been breeding? It's been 100 years. That should be enough for a young dragon to grow up to sort of
Adolescence.
adolescence. Yep. I can't remember if it was a blue dragon. It was in a cave. I remember it was a bitch
It
to
was-
fight.
In that
Not
icy
exactly,
cave.
it wasn't exactly blue.
Yeah, it was technically a boreal dragon, which I feel like Svenja would know, seeing she's so into that kind of thing. But between Camilla and Svenja, you definitely worked out that it was a boreal dragon. Yeah, how a boreal dragon is made, you probably don't know, but the dragons that he's referencing now are definitely chromatic dragons, and uh, that is generally what comes from Bazir. The boreal dragons could definitely be a sort of evolution from those.
Okay.
And most dragons in the world come from Bazir, as you guys were saying. So there's a good chance that, yeah, that one of their parents may have been chromatic or at least Bazirian.
Oh, which reminds us, the what was Matt's character's name? The Ganassi, and his ice dragons at the bridge might be friends of Yoren's children. One day we will get there.
Those
Uradia.
had ice giants, not ice dragons.
Yep, so
He
the ice
runs
giants.
Jotun's. He runs Jotun's Crossing to the north, which is you would all know it is famously to get from the rivers on this side of Mordia to the rivers on the northern side. There is a giant at Jotun's Crossing that picks up longships and carries them over the mountain.
So, second job for Torg if he gets bored. Right.
Well, for the long rest, I suppose I can take first. How many
the
do we
watch.
have?
4 watches usually.
Yeah, it's usually 4. Onyx
Does-
can he'll take the last watch.
Okay, I'll take third.
Take whatever there's left.
Oh, you guys can get perception checks.
All right.
And you can tell me what you're doing on your watch as you do. If there's anything specific.
I'm just sitting and like looking out for like we are sailing through a swamp, right? As I recall.
Yeah, you just come out of the swamp, so you're just kind of on the outer edge of it. You're just moving into to forests now.
I'm just looking like what's called like into the forest, seeing like if there's any like shine back to see like that could potentially be like what's called eyes that catches the moonlight or shadows while
Yeah.
also paying attention to the trees in case like they are moving.
Yeah, and you will, with the 16, you will see a couple of reflections of eyes in the forest. You definitely recognize a couple of deer and just some small critters of the forest that are running around here. Definitely, they don't look as emaciated. They don't look like they're eating mud. They they seem much healthier here, and you can all kind of breathe a sigh of relief as you are finding out of that swamp. Yormund, it's just you're staring out into the dark. You're hearing all kinds of nightlife around you, but nothing approaches the ship during your watch.
At some point during my watch, well, Yeoman's just been sort of half-assedly sharpening his sword, his non-masterwork longsword, with a stone he just picked up, and it's not really doing it properly. He's just doing it for the routine of it. And at some point before everyone falls asleep too deeply, he'll knock on Svenja's foot, try and wake her up.
Hmm.
What do you want, Svenja? In general.
To sleep right now.
You know that's not what I meant.
What do I want? 2 years ago, I thought I wanted to be an advisor to the Jarl, like my mother, to someone that has fantastic lore stories that no one else knows. I wanted people to come from far to hear me tell my stories. No. Now I want to free the Valkyrie, and I want to fuck is going on in Valhalla. So she knows that none of you know that she's seen the corrupted tear. She's still trying to process that. But she will say to you, you know, with the golden mask that I got from, there's something going on there, and I want to know what it is. And I especially want to know if it is a danger for all of Mordia, our people specifically, all our friends, the druids. So that's what I want right now.
Well, in the timeline of the world, it seems hopefully we'll be in Valhalla in no time at all. Why in such a rush to find out?
Yeah, you can see that she's kind of uncomfortable, that she actually cares about a lot of the people in Brodavik, even Knobhead and his friends. Sorry, the Jarl's son. And maybe she'll say to him, I'm not ready for Ragnarok. I'm not ready for the end of. There's too much I still want to learn and discover.
You think it'll come in our time?
I'm sure for the people in the war that this will possibly result in will think it's the end of the world, and for them it will be. And yes, incidentally, she'll sort of, if Shepard is lying somewhere near there, she'll try and prod him with a boot. Everybody is reacting to Shepard as if he is.
I know.
And Fenris is only loose at the end of the.
Maybe, but remember what I said to Ratatoskut? Well, to you with Ratatoskut. I don't think I don't think Shepard is Fenrir come again. I genuinely think he's just a wolf. Besides, if he is Fenrir come again, wouldn't I have to be Loki or something? Do I seem like Loki to you?
Well, I did find it interesting that you are suddenly very peaceful, not wanting to kill the hags. That's weird. And besides, you and I have both seen wolves. That's not an ordinary wolf. It may not be Fenrir. It may be a son of Fenrir or something. But so that's what I want right now. Is I want to know what's going on. And
An
maybe one day
ordinary
when I'm
wolf.
old, I can sit and tell stories again.
Oh. Don't mistake
What I
me not wanting
Yeah.
to kill the hags for peacefulness. But it's funny you mention that. I've been thinking about the Battle of Brodavik, Ursula's supposed father. Coward as he is, surrendering, gave up his chance to go to Valhalla. He was scared. That's the first time I've saw a grown man scared like that, like a child. Reminds me of the cave. Lucy just Yeoman looking up and away. But suppose that's long ago.
Yeah, she's thinking about this, and she will say to him, the stories that I told about the Battle of Brodavik, the songs that I sing, those don't speak of the blood and the pain and the scream and the shit and the piss, and we make war sound beautiful.
It's hard to sing about.
Anymore.
I suppose it's hard to sing about those things. Not very glamorous.
Yeah. So, and I'm not saying this is true. If the Jarl and the priests didn't maintain the story that it is glorious to die in battle and go to how hard do you think it would be to get people like our friends in Brodavik to stand up and take arms against an overwhelmingly scary Ailson and army of undead? We have to tell the myths. People like me have to tell the glorious stories because it's in the interest of society, of us. But that's deeply philosophical.
But it goes both ways, doesn't it? Those who came here told much the same stories, that they will die fighting, whether right or wrong, against whoever. If they die, nothing lost, they go to Valhalla. If they weren't fed those stories, would they have come? Maybe. But I think it's the fear for me. It's the man on your left and right, man and woman, one you've known so dearly, one you've known for so long. All it takes, one bolt, you hear them fall, and that's it. They're gone. It's the way things are, but it's terrifying. It's not something I want to do, cause for other people.
You can see that she's struggling to get her head around this idea. Not so much that not causing harm to other people, but that Yormund is thinking about things this way. This is not how she got to know him.
I won't think twice about splitting someone's head open or removing it from their shoulders. But it's different killing a coward than it is a soldier.
Now that is an idea that I can get behind. People who choose to be there. Then you can ask yourself whether we chose to be here or we just accepted that our coming to age is accepting the Jarl's ring. So was that a choice? Or not really? I certainly never thought about whether I had the choice. That was just the path.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? There's always a choice. It's just whether you're aware of it. Do I think we've made the wrong choices? Truth be told, mostly not. I think where we stand, we're decent enough people. I have to hope, at least for my own sanity. But I think it's possible. One misstep and we might become a bit worse than we want.
Yeah, this you will see hits Svenja in her I'd rather be state quite hard because she is, as you know, struggling with coming to a sort of an integration with the Valkyrie inside. The Valkyrie is distinctly much more bloodthirsty and Viking-like than Svenja was, and she thinks about how she engaged with Malgrim and thinks, who exactly was that? I wasn't seeing myself as someone who would torture someone or threaten to torture someone. So that misstep. So she thinks what I'm seeing right now is it's not one thing that turns you from a good person to a bad thing. It's 1,000 tiny steps. It's not like your sword. It's like Camilla's blades. Lots of tiny little cuts, but the end result is the same.
So all it takes is a giant step or 1,000 mouse's steps.
Yeah.
We'll give you both
These-
inspiration. We're getting philosophical. Sorry, didn't mean to cut.
Yeah, no, sorry, go. So this conversation with Yormund, of course, doesn't help Svenja to sleep any better than she usually does. Which reminds me, actually, this cursed weapon you gave me, Devin, I have to roll d20 every time I sleep. After every long rest. Okay, so tomorrow morning.
If you want to have a warhammer, put on your helmet. That might put you to rest for a good few hours.
No. I don't think I have enough hit points to take a little gentle tap from Yormund's hammer. That's not going to end well.
Could ask our giant friend for a hand.
The rumbling, snoring, shaking the ship as the giant does not seem to have any trouble sleeping.
Oh. Thanks for entertaining my watch, at least.
So as you finish your watch and Celia's lying awake, Onyx, you will have the last watch.
Yep, I made
Where-
a perception 21. So
yeah, you
yeah,
will
so
see. Oh,
oh,
sorry.
go ahead.
No, carry on.
Okay, yeah, I think for Onyx, he'll basically not only will he keep watch, but he'll also keep watch of the support, basically the of everyone else, seeing how basically kind of like how they're sleeping, that kind of stuff. Basically, making sure the effects are truly gone out of their system since last time, and well, they got through all the rations, so making sure everyone's well, as the doctor of the crew, he's making sure everyone's well, well and about not sick from anything while leaving the swamp.
Yes, so you will notice that Matra and Isolde are both like severely starved. They seem like they have not eaten in a long time, um, and they definitely they are thin. You can kind of see bone, but
Oh wait, so Maltron who?
and Isolde, the two that you
Oh,
rescued
okay.
from the hags.
Oh, okay.
But with
Okay.
like you could see that when you guys caught the fish and were eating that, it seemed like it was the first time they'd tasted fish. You know, they just seemed to be savoring it, and
Okay.
they both seem sound asleep. Like it's the first good meal they've had in a long time. Matra still, uh, she did wake up briefly, but she would have been with Atrax. They've kind of been keeping to themselves.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of feels to the anger Onyx has against these acts. Like he really wants to kill them for the suffering they caused. If just simple meals and sleep is really deprived them of like those like simple human mortal needs.
You will also Svenja. I assume that's also because you're awake, so you'll join that part.
Yeah, so that was just for her watch, where I thought that she'd be trying to write a poem or a song or something about this, but struggling.
So both Onyx and Svenja, during your watches, you would hear sounds coming from the forests, and they would sound quite far away, but you would hear faintly in like the early hours of the morning, you would hear singing that it's like it almost sounds like bird song, but they definitely like humanoid voices. It sounds like there are maybe some sort of fey spirits that are singing in the forests around you, but it is just very faint in the distance, and you guys managed to pick it up there.
Okay. Like, what direction is it? Like, at the Hangman's Tree, or that
Pretty much-
direction?
Pretty much every direction other than the swamp, you can hear it.
Oh. Okay.
It seems to be echoing from all around.
Hmm. Okay.
But also bear in mind, this is like each hex is like a full mile, so it's only really, you can't see that far. You can kind of see the fork in the river ahead of you, and it could be coming from anywhere, but it does sound like it's coming from upriver.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, something to note, some kind of singing creature. Well,
So if Svenja takes out her lyre and tries to sing with, harmonize with the sound, is anything interesting happening there? Not really.
Yeah, I think that as the suns start to rise, and I think that is where we'll start the next session as you begin to play and start to join in with these songs of the forest. And
okay. Let's hope that's just the fey creature celebrating Torg is here and not something else.
Yeah, we've had Jormund completely not understand that he was pulled into Freya's realm once when he sat in Elven chair. So we are aware of the link to the Feywild. And in fact, in the battle we had dragon pixies and a couple of other Fey type creatures helping us. So it's not an unfamiliar realm to us, but obviously the Fey is the Fey, so we'll be careful.
Yeah. They basically kind of like to do their own thing.
Yep.
you would also know that
Yeah.
Freya in this world is Fey. That was
Okay.
something you guys have actually learned in game, but it is pretty common knowledge that like the Feywild is essentially Freya's realm.
Yep. Shall we click on our long rest button on our character sheets?
You can do that. Yeah,
Okay,
I think
so
that is where we'll
if
end
in
tonight's session as those sounds begin to get a little bit louder as Svenja joins in, and it does seem like they may be coming closer, or at least joining in your song. We will see where that leads next week.
Yes. Let's see.
Okay.
fabulous, and somewhere between now and then, Dave, if you and I can just have a chat about Svenja's attempt to reconnect with the Valkyrie